Hey guys, I want to welcome everybody for coming on board. First off, if you're new to the channel, you can DM me with any questions you have, or you can reach out to one of the admins. I'm gonna make a quick video telling you guys how to use the indicators. I'm gonna try to keep it to 10 to 15 minutes max. If you want a more detailed video, look at the videos that we produced the past couple of months in the video tutorial. It's one of the channels. All right, so if you are testing the indicators out, you have the MSTX, which is a modified version of the Stoke. It's a regular Stoke, which is modified, a lot better. It helps you catch tops and bottoms. I'll explain to you all the lines. I know it's kind of confusing. Then you have the RSX, which is a modified version of the RSI. It is the RSI, guys, so just don't think that it's a made-up. It's an RSI. It behaves exactly how the RSI behaves, but it's modified and tweaked so you're able to catch a visual of where we are. Basically, don't long if you're up here. Right? Don't long if you're down here. Strictly long the bottoms, and I'll explain to you what each color means, what the gray in the background means from God mode, what the fibs, how the fibs relate to the price balancing and whatnot. Also, now you have your trend bars, which is basically a macro. You can use it for micro too. I use it for scalping all the time, but just to give you a better idea from the macro perspective, it catches trends. See, black candle is bearish, white candle is bullish. Literally caught the COVID. The reaccumulation range, the August dump, the September pump, and now we have our first 3 black candles. More downside to come, guys. Be careful, you know. Whether we come down here, whether we come all the way down here, it doesn't matter. It's more downside to come, or whether we go up first, then down, and then we go up. You don't get 3 daily candles and then pump up to all-time highs after, right? So you're going to get something along the lines of reaccumulation like this or a dump like this. See how we have 3 black candles? Let's look at the past real quick. Look. Same thing over here, right? Once you get 3 black candles in a row on a daily basis, you don't really... There's more downside, pretty much, right? You can tell. You can see, right? I'm not making this up, right? Not making this up. Now, when we were bull trending, though, look what happened over here. When we got out of the whole 6K dump and then we got into the whole accumulation range and then we broke out, right? Accumulation, a small little dump into accumulation to a further top. I think that we are over here. We're basically somewhere over here. That doesn't mean we can't go lower, right? Doesn't mean we can't go lower, but I think that we're somewhere over here. Anyway, so that's what trend bars does on a 4-hour. It's beautiful. When you're actually intra trading, right? Look how beautiful this is. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. When you have your SR flips or flip levels, it works amazing. All right, liquidity levels. I need to show this to you live. It's kind of hard for me to tell you how it works in the past. So it caught every single top and bottom watching it live. What it means is if you see a 25x flag like this, that means that 25x shorts got liquidated at this level. Hence we dumped, right? If you look at it from a live perspective, oh, shoot. See? It tapped the 25x shorts, and now it dumped. That's just the way liquidity works. The price hunts. It basically gravitates towards these levels, and these levels are live. So the update. Every single time a candle closes, the update. So the flags indicate that liquidity was taken at that spot. Liquidity is taken at this spot. So now we should reverse, right? The main levels for you to look at is the 50 and the 25. If you take 100 liquidity, it means nothing to me, personally speaking, because it's just like basically unless you're playing the 1 minute or something, it doesn't really matter. BTC loves to range between 50 and 50. So what I do when I scout is on the lower time frame, like on a 15 or a 30, I always look at the 1 hour, by the way. 1 hour is key for liquidity levels. I love to scout, well, the range is tight right now, so it's tough. 50 to 50. BTC loves hitting the 50s and then going to the opposite 50. If you do happen to get a 1, look, for example, you took a 25x longs, you went all the way up. Took the 25x shorts, div, and then back down. 50. 100, it's basically that's how you range, man. You know, you create a small little bullish pattern over here. Guys, I'm doing this quickly, so don't judge me based on my drawing skills. But if you understand liquidity, that's all it's going to do until it breaks out. It's going to go to the 25, then to the 50, then to the 100, then it's going to go to 25, then to the 50, then to the 100 until he breaks out or breaks down. Right? There's no in between. And obviously, this is going to break up. It's not going to break down. It's going to break up. It took enough liquidity on the downside for it to break up. So we should be targeting this cluster over here, and then this little wick over here, somewhere around here. These, if it gets above here, we're going to go over here, right? Anyway, it doesn't matter where we're going, right? This video is strictly to talk to you guys about how to use the indicator. So, liquidity, amazing indicator. When you take the 25x shorts, you look for the 25x long level. Remember, these levels change per time frame. Every time a candle closes, a level updates. So it's beautiful. It's live. It doesn't. It basically, you can keep using it every single time frame. On a higher time, look at this. Look how beautiful this is, right? Where is it? I think it was a daily that hit it. Yeah, daily. No, it was a daily or the 2-day. I forgot what it was. 2-day, right? 2-day? Or was it 2-day? Yeah, 2-day. Straight up, came all the way down here, touched the first level, and went back up. You know what's going to happen? Let me show you what's going to happen. See how we're so far away from the weekly levels? You have my word that we're going to hit this. We're going to hit this. You cannot, you see how we hit it over here and then we dump down? I want you to use this whole cluster as a bid level. You're not breaking this off the first attempt, the way you didn't break it off the first attempt over here when you tapped it, right? So just think about it as a support and resistance. You went up, you hit it. Consider this whole thing a liquidity pool. Consider this whole thing just basically bids just waiting for us. You hit it, you're going up. Wherever you top out, whether you top here, you top here, whatever you top. I'm thinking that we're already top, but anyway, you're gonna hit this. You're gonna hit this. Long this whole cluster from 12.2 to 13,000. Long this whole cluster. Always look at the weekly indicator for when it comes to liquidity. Whenever we touch this whole level over here, long it. Long it, long it, long it, long it. Okay, done. Next. Makes sense, right? But again, this is my scalping tool. I use this all the time. I never trade without it. Next, closes. Buys and sells. One of the best buy and sell indicator in the market. Hands down, I'm not going to lie to you. You're not going to find a better one. You know why? Because this isn't a cross. This isn't basically an MA cross or a MACD cross. This signifies that a trend is about to flip for that time frame. Now, don't take the signals blind. Don't say, oh, I'm going to take every single signal. No, let me show you why. Look at the 4 hour, right? We were bull trending the whole way up. So what I did was I closed my shorts, my sells, and I only looked at the longs. Every single long caught the bottom, except for these. Every single long since we dumped caught the bottom, right? You long it, don't touch it. You long it, don't touch it. You long it, don't touch it. How do you know that the trend is up? Well, this is where the oscillators come in play. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you get a buy signal in an uptrend, take it. If you get a sell signal in an uptrend, be very cautious. Be very cautious. Don't DM me and say, hey, Mike, dude, I got a short signal and it didn't work. Dude, you're shorting against an uptrend. There's a problem there, right? You know what I mean? So if you get a sell signal and it looks good and you're at high time frame resistance, you have a good fib level there, take it. Take it by all means. But don't think it's the main dump, right? Don't think it's the main dump. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to work that way. It's the most accurate indicator that calls tops and bottoms. You know why? Because it doesn't work with crosses. It works with exhaustion. And what I mean by that is the time frame is legitimately, it can't dump anymore. So when you get a short signal or a buy signal, for example, you got a short signal over here, right? And it went, actually no, that actually panned out. Oh, right here. This short signal, right? It dumped like maybe, I don't know, 0.5% down. You'd be like, yeah, hey, Mike, why did it dump so little, right? Go to your higher time frame. Again, 600. Go again. Higher. There's no short here at all. When you get a 12-hour short, put it this way. When you get a 12-hour short signal over here, sell. Let's mark it. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is your 12-hour sell signal, right? Go to your 4-hour. What do you see over here? You have a 4-hour short signal too? Take it then. You have confluence. Take it 12 hours in a sell mode. Take it. You have enough time to get in. You have 24 hours to get in, dude. Take it. And that's a decent dump. 6% down with leverage. Talking about like 60% over there. That's awesome. But usually what I do with the short signal, since I'm going against trend, if I get a short signal on any time frame, I'll tell you what time frames I use at the best time. At any time frame, I wait until I see my oscillators at a good spot. Right? Let me turn this off because we put a swing mode on this. So if my oscillators look good, where we have a cross, All right, beautiful. I'm gonna take it. Now, if I go up for a retest, this is your retest, right? Because the signal line slapped you. I take this hard. I take this hard. And don't forget, our bear cycle, our algorithm, I posted it on Discord, on Twitter, everywhere. We had November 25th as a short date. We've been saying this for the past 3 weeks. Anyone who has been following us on Twitter or on Telegram or on Discord knows that they were prepared that November 25th was going to be a massive blow. So the algorithm just keeps getting better. It keeps calling tops and it keeps calling bottoms. All you need to do is just wait until the algorithm tells you, hey, to long or to short, from the date perspective, not the signals. We have a date algorithm for cycles. And then just find confluence. Find confluence, good RR, and take it. Very simple. So how I play the signals is, if I get a short signal on an uptrend, on my 1 hour, for example, right? Like over here. I'm not going to take this blind. I'm going to look. All right, are we curling? Are we under? All right, cool. Is my RSX crossed? Awesome. I take it. And then I try my best to find a retest. This is your retest, right? You always go for a retest. I'm telling you guys, you always go for a retest. For example, the buy. We had a buy over here. We had a cross on the RSX. Dark green means algorithm is firing buys. You're exhausted, right? Dark green is solid. Dark red is solid for shorts. Dark green is solid for buys. Do not buy over here, dude. Do not short over here, right? Do not randomly just start buying in these areas. You want to short the top reds and you want to short the dark greens. If you want to buy the retest, then you need to make sure that if this is your retest, you're coming from a dark red, right? Which is your div. Wow, you didn't get a div on this perspective, but that's the way you should play it. If you want to short the retest, you make sure you're coming from a dark red top. If you want to buy the retest, make sure you come from a dark green bottom. Buy. I'm in this long, by the way. I bought longs here and I doubled up over here. It was too obvious. It was too clean for me not to do this, right? So once you get to know how to use these indicators, they're beautiful. And you want to ideally target at least that cluster right there. And then you want to short that. We have a short date, by the way. November 29th is a short date. So please hedge. If you're not going to short, hedge your longs. November 29th is short day, right? Which should hopefully break the low. I don't know if it is, but like look at the 4 hour, for example, right? You got two buys over here. RSX crossed. The RSI works with crosses, and the Stoke works with over-unders. You have 3 lines. The slow line is the gray line. The pink line is your signal line, and the blue line is your trend line. Trend meaning, if it's riding the top, your trend's still bullish. See how the blue line was riding the whole top? The blue line never came under the red bar over here. That means that you were bullish the whole time, dude. So be careful in shorts. Be careful in shorts, pretty much. The trend line broke. Trend line is back down here. Look when the last time the trend line was down here. When was the last time the trend line was down here? All right, you know what? Let me give you a better visual. How beautiful this is. These are probably the best indicators you're ever going to use. And you're never going to want to stop using them. You have my word. Once you learn them, you're never going to want to trade without them. Alright, the trend line was down here in September, guys. September. So we went in an uptrend from September all the way until December, November 25th. Look at this huge uptrend. What's the percentage? And you're telling me that 92%. And we finally came to retest the bottom. Now, wait for the exhaustion. You see how this is black? Exhaustion, algorithm. Wait until this thing fires black and just punch the longs and walk away, guys. Very simple, very easy concept. Just wait until we get black. We're still bullish overall, right? And that's what the black is. Black is exhaustion. It's an algorithm that tells you, hey, we're exhausted. The time frame is about to flip. It basically helps you get confluence with your shorts or with your longs, right? You came from a buy and you flip black, right? And you write it up. So wait until this thing turns black. The minute this thing turns black and you have a nice RSX cross, right? RSX cross, dark green into a retest, dark green. The whole goal of the RSX is that you want it to cross, but it needs to cross after it turns dark green, not light green. Light green is a warning. Dark green is algorithm. Light red is a warning. Dark red is algorithm, right? So you want to short dark red and you want to long dark green. But you need to wait for the crosses, guys. Don't front run it, you know, because then you're gonna end up having a problem. See how you had a dark red and then a retest, and then it led to a div, and then it dumped? That's a decent 5-6% move. And then you went for a third retest. You made short 1, 2, 3 drives. It's beautiful, right? Anyway, so now when it comes to the Stoke, let's put on the signal band. The signal band, let's take off the trend bar. The signal band, let's go with this and this. So these are the two lines, right? The gray one is your regular Stoke. The signal band is your pink one. So that helps you with the current time frame. It's like a micro perspective. So if you're like basically under it like this and you reject, or if you're under like this and you reject and it's dark red, you put your short. You want to buy the retest when it comes. This is going to be your retest and it's going to go up, right? It's a beautiful pattern. So the signal line, which is the pink one, and the regular gray one is the Stoke, will give you your over unders. Basically, dark green, black, buy you long. Dark green, black, buy you long. And then if you want to take it one step further, like I do, I throw on my trend band, which tells me what my higher time frame is doing. The trend band resembles like a 12-hour or a daily. So when you see this thing curling down and exhausted, there's a problem. That means that overall your trend is on thin ice, man. See what I'm saying? Right here, look. Black. Everything is under, setting up for a beautiful dump. You got red dots all across the whole board. Look at this. Red dots across the whole board. A curl over here. Look what happened to Snap after the RSX crossed. Let me show you guys. I think it was a 5-day. Was it the 5-day that crossed? Or is it the weekly? Or was it the 3-day? I forgot what crossed. Oh, it was a 3-day. 3-day Snap crossed, and this thing dumped 18%. So what's gonna happen when we get our dump over here, right? It's actually already got it dump, 18%. I'm telling you guys, it's these indicators. You're gonna love them. You're gonna love them. So we also put in God mode. You see the gray background? That's God mode. The gray highlighted background. So what I like about God mode is when I'm scalping, mostly when I'm scalping, I like to, hold on guys, I'm getting a phone call, 1 second, I'm sorry about that. Alright, so what I like about God mode is that when I'm scalping, before I go into God mode, let me show you this also, right? Look at the 3-day, right? So we bottomed out over here, right? Black, dark green, went over, retest. This is your retest. When you get a retest, you always want to punt longs. You always want to punt longs. And then you came back for another retest, which was COVID. And then you went up. So if I didn't even have these indicators back then. If I had these indicators, I would have made a lot of money. I didn't. When you get a 3-day RSX cross with the dark green, you go long and you walk away and you come back in a couple of months. You get a 3-day cross on the downside, you short it. Unfortunately, on this end, this was accumulation. So it went straight, right? We accumulated in this range. All the indicators reset. The gray area over here that you see is a bounce area. So usually you bounce off it, or you keep rejecting under if you're bearish, right? That makes a lot of sense to you guys, right? So this cross, see how we're curling down? This should give us a decent dump, man. This is not going to stop. We're going to probably go up, but we're going to have a decent dump back down. It's a high time frame. So what I'm watching, what I'm looking for in a higher time frame to call the tops, basically say, hey, the macro perspective is done, is my BitMEX, right? I mean my Bitstamp. Pattern wise, this is my head. 1, 2, 3 top. This should go down, man. This should go down. This should find support somewhere here, and if it goes up for a retest, if this retest gets rejected, this is gonna come down here and contest this bottom over here. That's what's scary about everyone calling a bull run, you know? God mode activated, dark gray in the background, dark green goes up, bottom goes up, calls the top over here. We made a head. We have 1, 2. This is our third top. God mode is already activated. The minute this weekly crosses, guys, the fun is over. The fun is over. Load up on your shorts the minute your weekly RSX crosses. Your RSX is your swing. It tells you where we are. Look, basically, 1, 2, 3, cross down, bear run, all the way down, right? 1, 2, 3. Whenever we cross, this could still go up. This could still go up, guys. This could. I'm not even kidding you. Don't even think that this right here can go and contest this top over here. So if you put a line, over here, that will be your safe short, right? That'll be your safe short. Call it here, call it here, call it here, and when we get up here, goodbye America. That's what I'm gonna tell you guys. Just short. All right, that's how you play with the RSX. one of the scariest, most accurate indicators for high time frame. Now, in a lower time frame scalping perspective, I love playing the 15, the 30, the 45, and the 1 hour. My go-to for scalping all day. The indicators are so stellar. Look at the TMA bands. So the mid band is your go-to, right? You see how it's red, green, and then there's gray over here? I'll show you how beautiful this looks. Look at the 4 hour, guys. Look at the 4 hour. Let me turn everything off. Upper, mid, lower, top, boom. Just look at the mid 4 hour time band and tell me what you guys see here. So we broke down over here. We retested, fake out, consolidated, and then we never saw a candle under this from October. The mid TMA band has held us up. So all you had to do was just keep buying the mid TMA band. I told the guys in the Discord, I told the guys in Telegram, just keep punting longs on the 4 hour TMA band. Just keep punting longs until you turn red. Right? But the goal is that when you turn red, you want it to be gray after. So you see how, let me make this a little darker. All right. You know what? Let's make this a line because you guys might not be able to see it. There we go. So look how beautiful this is. The minute you turn red and you bounce off it, if you don't have gray afterwards, you're still safe. The minute you turn red and you bounce, unless gray sticks, you're not safe anymore. So once gray sticks, sorry, you're safe if gray doesn't stick. If gray sticks, you're not safe anymore. So now, since this line has been holding us up the whole time, the mid TMA, what's the most logical thing to do? Just short the retest. You're going to get a retest of the mid TMA band. Short it. Short it hard. Short it hard. Wherever that band is at the time. Short the 4 hour mid TMA band. That's how I use it. Now, when it comes to scalping, let's put all the bands back on. Reset. I always take buy signals in the green. And I always take short signals in the red. And my target is always the mid TMA band and the red zone. Red zone is short, green zone is buy. If you get a div in the red zone, short it. You get a div in the green zone, long it. And it works perfectly with our oscillators, guys. Look at this. We have a buy zone over here, went up. Then we have another buy zone over here that went up. RSX crosses, over, under. And then we have a sell. Short, retest, right? Exhaustion, over, under, down. I'm doing this fast, guys, but if you want more detail, just look at the videos. When you get the stoke under the signal line like this, it's a short. When you get the stoke like this, you're approaching a short. So it's going to go like this and then die. You get a div with your stoke under. Remember, the gray line is your main stoke. The pink line is your signal line. If you're under the signal line and you activate an algo, meaning a dark red, it's a short. It's a short. Right? It's a short. If your RSX crosses, it's a short. I don't know how else I'm going to say this. Now, when it comes into the indicators, the buys and sells, the beauty about them is that when you're ranging, they're so accurate. They're so accurate when you're stuck in a range. But if you blow out of the range, like over here, look how once you blow out of the range, don't take the signals. If you get out of your TMA bands, do not take the signals. Wait until you get back into the TMA bands. You reset and start taking your signals again. You know? So how I play them. If you get a buy signal, don't take it blind. Wait for the retest, man. Wait for the retest. Look. Buy signal, retest. You always get a retest, guys. You did not miss out on the opportunity. You always get a retest. So if you get a short signal over here and you're all the way up here, you're not under your signal line, don't take it. Do not take any sell signals unless you're under the signal line or unless your RSX cross. See how you use it as a bounce? That's very dangerous. Wait until you get an RSX cross or you go for your retest, and you always get a retest. This is a beautiful retest. Look, you have to be under it. You see how the stoke is under both lines? The stoke is under the signal line plus the band line. That's a safe short, right? So, past couple of days, scalping the 15-minute has been very rewarding. I don't take any signals that are out of the bands. I don't care. I wait until I get back in. So if I get a buy signal here, I just wait until we get the bounce into the bands, even though I took this from a higher time perspective because, watch. Right there. You cannot ignore a 4-hour buy signal. You just cannot ignore it, guys. You cannot ignore a 4-hour buy signal. Double 4-hour buy signal. There's no reason for you to ignore this. You're crazy if you ignore this. Short, down, buy, up. Double short, down, short, down. So just take signals that are close to the green. We haven't been in the green zone since, I don't know, God knows how long. Down here, September. Look, we haven't touched the green zone at all. I don't trade without my TMA bands. They're on all the time, all the time. It just tells me if we're bearish or bullish. If we're under the mid TMA band, we're kind of bearish. If the mid TMA band is red, trend is bearish. If the mid TMA band is gray, it's like neutral. If the mid TMA band is green, like over here, see how it's green? It flips colors. We're bullish. So that's how I play it. I want to also show you guys something else. Let's see if we can do the inverse. Let's go to the so look at this. Look how beautiful this is. What's gonna happen now, right? I mean, come on. Let's get rid of this. What do you guys think is gonna happen? Just put on my shorts. What's gonna happen here, guys? Look. Inverse. This is inverse. Reject, 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 reject. 1, 2, 3 drives. Boom. Breaks above the midline. Alright, dude. We're gonna come retest. This is now we're gonna go like this. If this comes out wrong and I'm predicting it wrong, shoot me. But I'm telling you, it's probably gonna happen. Retest the 4-hour TMA band and then just come somewhere down here. We have a lot of confluence at the 15.7 area. Right here, a lot of confluence there, so I wouldn't be surprised if we just do something like this, or if you want to just be crazy, you know. I don't know, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not here to predict. That's how I use the indicators. So the TMA bands. What else I'm gonna talk to you about? The high-low. It's basically my go-to when it comes to ranges. Let me go back to my regular chart. I don't chart without my high-low. It tells me where my CME closed on Friday. So I know how to target it, where to go. It tells me where my daily open is. It tells me where my weekly, my PT range is. My weekly, basically Monday high, Monday low, weekly open. Then I have my monthly open as well. So it's just a beautiful range. More confidence to us, right? So when we get back up to test Monday low, short it, man. Short it, dude. You know, short that. I'm not gonna get above here. If we get above here, we're gonna target a weekly open. Get above weekly open, target a Monday high. Get above that, all-time highs. Very simple. That's how I trade. And then I have my TMA bands open, the mid. See how we were red? Now the mid TMA band finally turned green over here. See that? We're slowly approaching a micro bullish structure because we just turned green, trend-wise, behavior-wise. So now the most logical thing to do is just target this right here, dude. All right. So now one more thing I want to talk to you guys about. The new Stoke, you guys don't have this yet, but it's going to be version 3. It's called the swing toggle. I'll show you what this does. It's huge overhaul. It allows you to avoid scalp. Okay, this is scalping proof, right? When you swing toggle this on, if you get a curl, you long, don't question it. Do not question it. If you get a curl with an algo, like this, a curl, you long, don't question it. You get a curl, you short, don't question it. You get a curl, short, don't question it. It's so slow that once you get that curl, you're not reversing from it anytime soon, right? It's very hard to reverse. Look, you got a curl, caught the whole bottom, and you went out. Right? You got a curl, caught the whole bottom, it went out. Now, we're getting a curl over here too, so what's the most logical thing to do? Long this into your short zone, let it come down for a retest. This is probably going to be your main long. This retest is probably going to be the most rewarding long. Once this goes up, rejects, comes back down, and does this. This is going to be your main long right here. Sometime December 1st to December 3rd. December 1st to December 3rd should be your main long. Long it, long it, long it. And then we also did one more thing. Actually, let me show you the higher time thing. Look. What's going to happen now? We're curling on the 3-day, man. The 3-day curls, you know what happens with 3-day curls? You die. You die. Right? So, we're currently somewhere around here right now. We're going to go down, go back up for a retest, right? Go down, go back up for a retest, go for a blow off top. That's going to be your main short. It's going to bring you down probably to... I'm still thinking we're going to go sub 10K, man. Not now. I'm talking about like after we have a blow off top. I don't know if the 24,000 is going to come first and then go to 10Ks. But when we get our blow off top, guys, look at your 3-day and your weekly, and if you see curling, after you get your blow off top, open up a short and stop buying the dips. Basically, when you get your blow off top, just look for curls. If you have an RSX cross and a curl after your blow off top, do not buy any more dips. Just keep shorting, because the curl is not going to be reversed easily, dude. It's a very slow swung indicator, right? If you have swing mode on, look at the difference, right? Like the regular one's already ready to flip. This is the bounce zone. This gray zone is a bounce zone, right? So if you have the swing perspective on, swing mode on, short it if you get a curl. Now we also did something else which isn't out yet, but swing for the RSX too, right? You can't flip this. Once this thing crosses on a swing mode, you're not flipping this. It catches every single bottom and every single top. Look, match it, beautiful. These are gonna be the best indicators that are gonna make you the most money. Look at this, beautiful, right? Can't match it. Look at this. Let me put the swing mode on this too. Right there, boom. Put some buys and sells. Let's go to your high time frame. Look at this, man. If your high time frame crosses on the swing mode of the RSX with the swing mode on, don't argue with me. Do not be bullish. Do not even think about long in the dip. Don't do that to yourself. If you like money, don't do that to yourself, right? Don't do that to yourself. You know. So just wait for your high time frame swing RSX to cross, punch your shorts, walk away. Look, the 2-day already crossed, guys. 2-day already crossed. So more likely than not, when we get our retest, short this for financial freedom and call it a day. What else did I want to tell you guys? So I explained to you guys how the swings. Oh, let me show you how it works on a lower time frame. You see how on a lower time frame you don't really get much. You basically get one bottom and basically one top, right? So you see how this was our main bottom and we've just been chugging along up. Don't short until this thing turns red like this again. Very simple. Look at your 15-minute. Wait until this behavior happens over here. Whatever happened over here, mimic it over here, and then short. I'm telling you, dude, I can't make this any more easier. It is the easiest thing to use with visuals. Get your fib levels ready, right? Get your fib levels. Get your extension. This is your extension, right? Then get your retracement, right? So now you have your retracement and your extension. Find confluence. All right, so you have a cluster over here, right? You have a cluster over here. So if we get above there, chances are we are going to short. We're going to go higher. But if we don't get above there, we're going to short. So then do this. Get your TMA band. Let's look at the 4 hour. Where's the 4 hours? So because we're currently on the 15-minute. 4 hours over there. Let's put this. Let's make this TMA band. Yeah, the new updated TMA band is going to allow you to change time frames. Beautiful. Guys, we're always looking to improve, right? Right there. Boom. So come on, look at all this confluence, man. Get up here, get into this cluster. You have the 1.27, the 618 is near that, the 615 is the 0.65 is near that, the golden zone. Short the living shit out of that, man. Short it. Short it. Short it. What else I'm going to tell you? Get your confluence with your RSX. If you see this type of behavior on this side and you're around this area with the fibs, short it. Don't question it. Don't question it. Look at the RSX. It's literally called every single top and bottom on your 15-minute. Literally everything. Just short it when you get up there. Very simple. You want more confidence? Wait for your 1 hour to turn. So what I do is I play a little safe, man, because I don't like losing money. I go like this. Top algo alert. Oops, alert. Top algo. 1 hour RSX swing top algo. That's it. I get my alert. I know my 1 hour is ready to flip. I watch my 15-minute for the over-under, like basically something like this pattern, or something like this pattern to play out where my trend bar is black, we're under, right? I want my gray line to be under both lines. You want your gray line to be under both lines. Something like, look how beautiful this projection is. Something like this. And then I wait for this. And then I short. I short hard. And that's exactly how I trade. My go-tos, 15, 30, 45, 1 hour for scalps. 4 hour for a massive move up. Right? 4 hour for a massive move down. If you want to look at the 12 hour to give you directional perspective, you can, but you can tell that the 12 hour just broke pivot. We should have not been under that pivot. We broke under it. So now Whatever boxer gets should be a dead cat. And you want to look at a higher time frame, it's your 3-day. I do the 5-day because I love playing the 5-day. Look at your 3-day. And for signals, one more time, scalping the signals, 15-minute signals are amazing. Don't take them blind. Wait for confluence. If you get a short signal, that doesn't mean that that candle is going to dump. That means that, hey, we're in a short structure. Look for shorts. We're in a short structure. Look for shorts. Whether this goes up a little bit more, look for shorts. Look to short the next pump up or whatever the case is, right? So let's get rid of this. Let's put the regular mode on because I like to scalp. God mode is amazing. On the 5-minute, God mode is amazing. By the way, see how the dark gray in the background? That's God mode. It's amazing. If you get a God mode like this, and a cross and a curl, more likely than not you're gonna go down. You're gonna go down. It's temporary, but you're gonna go down. It's for scalps. All right, guys. Any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I know it's a 30-minute video. I'm sorry that I made it long. There's more detailed videos that we have in the tutorial. Overall, I'm expecting November 29th to be a dump. Those who have been following us know that our date cycles, based on the algorithm that John's been working on, have been so stellar so far. He's been calling dates 2-3 weeks in advance, right? So just follow the cycle dates. They're not going to always work, but more likely than not, they will. Any questions, reach out to me. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Cheers.